recognize me?
Broken vessel merely frees its contents. Your face is familiar.
Though life has written on you since we taught you the shielding technique.
Yes. Now I recall. I sensed the Sith were behind our sudden plunge into darkness.
A moment, Master Arca. Was the shielding technique successful? Did it save your master?
Yuan Par is alive and well because of the lessons you taught me.
That is most excellent news. Now, tell us what brought you here.
So, you seek an army to protect the Republic from its enemies. Quite a puzzle, even for us.
But not impossible, Master Varys. The ancient Rakata boast in their writings of imprisoning a sleeping army.
Can you elaborate?
The translation? Oh, this is fascinating. Apparently the Rakata imprisoned this army in stasis beneath a planet's surface.
But see, the writings are incomplete. There's no record of which planet it is.
Perhaps we could extrapolate the planet's position from the rest of the writings.
They speak of a fading nova in the night sky during the prison's construction. In that time period? Then it's somewhere in the mid-rim. But we're missing a coordinate to pinpoint it.
See here, a monument proclaims our victory. And that's the Rakata term for Hoth. This monument on Hoth will have the last coordinate.
But go carefully. The Rakata protected their monuments from enemies and rebelling slaves. Its guardians may still be active.
Thank you for all you've done.
You've done a great service in reawakening us. For now, we must conserve our energy. And you have an army to find.
May the Force be with you, and with the Republic.
We're coming out of hyperspace. Everyone up front.
There's the fleet. I hope you're right about this.
Well, look on the bright side. They open fire, and we'll be breaking the galactic record for going from zero to space dust.
Battle stations?
Warm up the turrets. Keep the targeting computers on standby.
Charging to full. Wiz, shields.
Hail the flagship.
You know this is probably a trap. Even if they don't shoot us down, handing us over to the Republic would probably help deflect the flak they've been getting.
I'm aware of the predicament, Mako.
Just let me be worried. Somebody's gotta be. Hailing. They're transmitting a flight path. We're to dock in Hangar 8.
They aren't shooting at us. So far, so good.
Well, we're committed now.
My presence was requested.
I've been ordered to bring you before my lord, Darth Tormund. Submit to search and seizure and come quietly.
You trying to take me prisoner, Lieutenant?
If you attempt to resist, yes. You are under jurisdiction of this Imperial vessel, and I will not permit you to remain armed in the presence of a Lord of the Sith. You will comply, willingly or by force.
Anyone still around by the time the Lieutenant here hits the ground joins him.
Seize this scum! Cowards! You'll all be court-martialed! What are you waiting for?
The Rakata left you behind when their civilization fell.
Right. The Rakata made sure you wouldn't acknowledge any deviant ideas.
Who or what are the Eshka? You said a faction of the Eshka wasn't interested in destroying other species.
We should talk to these Eshka. See how they feel about another empire causing trouble.
You're planning to brainwash people? I'm afraid I can't let you harm innocent people.
You won't get away with this!
Quite a pile we stacked up.
So, do we make a run for it?
I came here to speak with the Civ. That's what I'm going to do.
I don't have a better suggestion. Let's do it.
Torian, secure the hangar and be ready for further instructions.
Understood. Koyashi.
But my Senate clearance got us some answers. It's a world called Belsavis.
And the Eshka won't be lonely. The Republic's using Belsavis as a high-security prison.
I can still seek out the Eshka without causing a stir. Maybe the Eshka who oppose this galactic cleansing can persuade the others.
We should seek out these Eshka with all haste. I think they've been imprisoned long enough.
I see you've disposed of your escort.
You the one who sent that summons?
You are here because I have use for you. Do not forget that. Today, Corellia's leadership swore allegiance to the Sith Empire. Despite total occupation, the people openly rebel. What should have been a bloodless victory has escalated into full-scale war. The Treaty of Coruscant is no more. I want the Supreme Chancellor's head in my hand when I deliver victory to the Dark Council. You will provide it.
Don't ask much, do you?
I ask what I require. If wealth and acclaim are not enough incentive, perhaps revenge will motivate you. You have made an enemy in the Supreme Chancellor's closest advisor. Do what I ask and you will have your opportunity for vengeance.
The sooner I get to break that Jedi's face, the better.
So long as our enemies remain on Coruscant, they are beyond even your reach. But Jun Seros will not be difficult to draw out. Getting to him will put you within striking distance of the Supreme Chancellor. Corellia is where we will put them down. There are obstacles that must be removed before we can act. You will remove them.
I'm afraid I don't deal with obstacles.
Some old enemies from the last war have re-emerged. A Republic privateer made famous assisting Hylo Vs break the Mandalorians' blockade. And a Coati noblewoman credited with orchestrating numerous successful uprisings on Imperial-occupied worlds.
You want them back or gone?
They could prove useful, but leave nothing to chance if there's any risk of their escape. This star chart shows the last destination of your first target. Make it his final. My subordinates will brief you upon arrival.
Torian, you can stand down. I'll brief you when I get back.
I'll stand down when I see you if it's the same to you.
Your friend Kaizen's something else. He was asking how many kills I've made?
In Trandoshan society, an individual's status is determined by hunting.
Oh. Wonder what your status is if you say, I don't keep count. He's odd company for a Jedi Master. I've been posted all over, but I haven't met many Trandoshans. Or Jedi. I always think of Jedi Masters as being stationed on Tython, and being... well, you are more hands-on than I expected.
Do you object to someone adding a personal touch, Lieutenant?
If you find that more satisfying, who am I to argue with a Jedi? At least your missions aren't as hair-raising as mine were. It's been years since I slept through the night without some crisis coming up. Trandoshans, Jedi, it's all good. I'm glad to be here.
Mako, run this data.
Alright, just one sec. Okay, I've updated our astrogation computer. This is a pretty obscure system.
Mamba o wasasuga kumanagaliaso?
Thanks, Blaze. I think I've got it. Last I'd heard, Belsavis wasn't even worth colonizing. The Imperials have it designated as a Republic prison world, though.
We'll find out more when we see it ourselves.
I'll keep an ear to the ground, just in case.
Doskas Gores, Oreflex, Quadro Raunor, Rab Oras, Tajaba, Kurkunska, Oreflex, Quadro Raunor, Do Unska.
That's what friends are for, Kaizen.
Darnis Hisaknak Onath, Skuvgertras, Korgakeram, Zeveren Zesek, Yanor Forita, Izademo, Ragorant, Rakir Urglex, Nas, Skocharad Mask Osla, Svetod Trangis, Kunta Polua, Yorska Pokre.
After you've completed your rebirth, what happens then?
Natrasisi, Odortikcha, Morta Frapsa, Rektas, Skuriak Nunchek, Nakrak, Kuvgertras, Shiverskors, Patja Runor, Grelkev Skunak, Raktels, Vottraksrok, Telski, Krak, Rasmuklesare Ognok, Brandenhorsk, Skuvgertras, Ortargorsk.
Been watching you work. You're an amazing shot.
You've been staring at me for this long and all you notice is my aim? I'm disappointed.
Less likely to shoot me, if I only mention your aim. It's nice to see a professional in action. Quite the view.
I'd be happy to give you a better view, anytime.
I'll remember you said that.
Remember those Arcona colonists I was telling you about? Well, I've got the perfect racket to skim a little profit off those moisture-farming saps. Salt.
As in table salt?
Well, I'm not talking bath salts, considering water's a luxury good. Listen, I've got a theory. I used to know this spacey Arconan bagman back on Nar Shaddaa. Thought the guy was a spice head for the longest time. Turns out I was only half right. This guy's cravings were something else.
Your friend had some sort of reaction.
Can't say for certain, but I've got my suspicions. One night, after making our handoff in some dive diner, he orders some garbage soup and dumps an entire shaker of salt into the bowl. Should have seen the way this guy went at the stuff before stumbling out of the place like it's last call.
Your money's on these colonists having the same craving.
10 to 1 says there's something about salt that those wedgeheads can't resist. We're gonna sell those colonists the answer to all their woes, specially formulated and offered exclusively through Rowing Industries. If I'm right about how much Arcona love the stuff, our biggest problem will be keeping up the supply.